722 and ask Salem Mortgage how to put your home to work for you. That's 559-7722. Call now.
Good news. Quick weight loss centers expand to Brighton and Troy. Lose weight. Call now for grand opening savings at every quick weight loss center. 477-6060.
You're certainly up bright and early this morning.
Well, I have things to do.
Sure it's not because you're trying to avoid someone.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you do.
Well, I'm sure you'll explain it to me then.
Okay. I think that as long as Mom is here, the least you can do is stop trying to avoid her.
Oh, Mark, give me a break.
Dad, what's your opinion on this?
Brett's her own woman, son.
Thank you, Dad. Listen, I do have things to do, so, have a good time with dear Mom.
Good morning, Brett.
Hello, Mother. I'm in a hurry, so I'll see you later.
Good morning, Mrs. Wheeler. I have some real nice bacon and eggs all ready for you.
I'll have half a grapefruit and a single poached egg and my tea first, Vivian.
Yes, ma'am.
Where was Brett going in such a hurry?
Nowhere. She
has some things to do, Judith.
I don't know why she'd rush away from two such handsome gentlemen. No, I have the distinct impression she's trying to avoid me.
Good morning, Vicky.
Morning, Stryker.
You were out pretty late last night.
Since you're home so rarely, I hardly see what difference it makes.
What are you doing here?
I wanted the opportunity to speak to you, Miss Harper.
What about?
Does Joel have any relatives?
Well, his daddy's dead. I don't think there's any other family.
That's what I was afraid of.
Is something wrong?
It could be.
What?
There might be some damage to his eyes.
What kind of damage?
There's a possibility he could be blind.
Well, you don't know that for sure.
No, we don't.
How did this happen?
Well, he was lying out in that hot sun for so long. It appears that there's some damage to the retinas of his eyes. Now, I don't want to alarm you. It's quite possible when we remove the bandages that he'll be able to see just fine. But I just wanted to prepare you in case something did happen.
What if he can't see?
Well, it's still not conclusive. It could be a temporary condition, or it could be something that could be surgically corrected.
Or he could be blind forever. Joel. Poor Joel. He can't be blind.
Roy, Lurleen, what a nightmare I had last night. And it was all so real, it was just like it was happening all over again. But it gave me the greatest idea. I got to tell you about it. First, I'm going to go get some coffee, and then I'll be right back to tell you, okay? Be right back.
He won't be blind. Please don't let that happen to him.
first part of Texas is brought to you by Zest, the deodorant bar that leaves no sticky soap film, so you feel really clean.
Hey, Bobcats, bet you can feel cleaner without soap.
Feel cleaner?
Come on, man.
Without soap?
When you discover the cleaner feeling of zest, you're gonna say no to your soap.
Zest ladders up pretty good.
Smells good, too.
Hey, doesn't mean we'll feel cleaner.
Yeah.
Okay, you've got soap on one arm. Put deodorant Zest on the other.
Check out these bubbles.
Now rinse.
Hey guys, soap feels tacky. Zest rinses cleaner. Feels cleaner.
All right.
Discover the cleaner feeling of zest. You're gonna say no to your soap.
And yes to Zest.
Get out of here.
You know how your mother feels about school night dates.
This isn't a date, Graham. We're just studying.
Okay.
Great. Now we gotta wash my pink painter's pants.
I thought this wasn't a date. You get just as dirty now as ever.
I'll croak if they don't get clean. We better use real hot water.
They say wash and warm.
But they're filthy.
Relax. This all-temperature cheer is special. You don't need to use hot water to get things clean. Cheer's made to be tough in any temperature, even warm and cold.
Positive?
Positive. For someone who's just going to study, you're awfully nervous.
These look terrific, Graham. Thanks. He's here. I'm gonna croak.
All temperature cheer. Tough on dirt, even in cooler water. All temperature.
Okay. Are you all ready to hear about this sensational idea I got from having this nightmare? Really? What, Ruby? Honey, are you feeling all right?
I just didn't get a lot of sleep last night.
You look real pale. Maybe you should lie down.
That won't do any good.
You don't think you've got that bug that's going around, do you?
No, Ruby. I'm not sick. I'm just kind of dreading something.
What?
It's Joel.
Honey, what about Joel?
Ruby, what's gonna happen if he's blind when they take those bandages off?
Lurleen, you don't know for sure that he's gonna be.
It could happen.
Well, honey, it's not gonna do him any good if you worry about something that you can't control.
I know that.
Lurleen, just stop worrying in advance.
I know how you feel. It would be awful for Joel.
Ruby.
He loves the outdoors so much. If he's blind...
He's not. And he's not gonna be. Now, the doctor's taking real good care of him.
I know. I just can't stop worrying.
Well, you gotta try, Lurleen. You gotta try for Joel.
I'll try. I know you will, honey. You've got such a good heart. Joel's so nice.
He sure is. Well, look, maybe it would take your mind off some of this if I told you about this idea I had with this nightmare and everything.
Well, what's it all about?
Well, I dreamed that I was back in that awful cave at Hatopai. And I started thinking how exciting it would be if I went on television and told the whole story of my adventures to everybody.
Television?
Sure. You know, KVIK has those news talk interview shows where they interview people about exciting things that happen in their lives. Well, this is the most exciting thing that ever happened to anybody. I just know that everybody would love it. It would bring some thrills into those dreary lives of the people in Houston.
You on television?
Well, sure, I'd be a natural. And Lurleen, I got it all planned out. I think we could stretch it out over, you know, a number of segments so that we could sort of draw out the suspense.
Ruby, are you going to tell them everything?
Everything.
Even about Bo?
Well, I'd have to find some way to get around that.
I thought you would.
Oh, Lurleen, I'm so excited about this. I want to go over and talk to Vicki Bellman about it right now. It's going to be great. She's going to be so excited. Do you want to come with me?
Well, I can't, Ruby. I've got some other things I have to take care of.
You going to go see Joel?
Yeah.
Well, give him my love, okay?
Thanks, I will.
And don't you start fretting again now.
I'll try not to, Ruby.
Man, what did I tell you? Is hospital food the pits?
Yeah, it's even worse than that dehydrated stuff you seem to like so much.
Hey, what are you talking about? At least that stuff that I eat is real food. There ain't no telling what that was.
Yeah, well, you better get out of this place before you go losing too much weight.
Hey, I'm working on it, buddy. I am working on it.
Yeah, well, you better just keep working on it. You got it?
Yeah. Well, I tell you, it is nice to be up and around instead of having to stay in this bed all the time, even if I do have to employ you as my guide.
Yeah, I thought I was doing a pretty good job, actually.
Oh, now don't let it swell your head all up, Ricky.
I won't. Hey, when are you going to get those bandages off?
I talked to Doc Holland today.
All right.
The only thing I can figure is this real bad sunburn that I got laying out there in the canyon for all that time, you know?
Yeah, I should have pulled you into that cave with us.
Hey, don't even think about that, man. I'm okay. Everybody came out of it all right. Let's just focus on the future.
Yeah, the future. Hey, well, the next backpacking trip we take, it's going to be for fun. No more of this adventure seeking in hidden caves, right?
I'm with you on that. As a matter of fact, I already told Lurleen that as soon as I got out of here, I was going to take her out camping, and we were going to see some pretty spots around here.
She's been real good to you, hasn't she?
Oh, Ricky, I tell you, I don't know what I'd have done without her. I mean, not only saving my life here in the hospital, but just keeping my mind off myself, you know? I mean, she is some lady.
Yeah, she sure is.
She ought to be here pretty soon. I mean, she usually comes around about this time. And the funny thing is, too, I've noticed she always comes after breakfast. I think she's hip to this hospital food. Man, when she comes walking in that door, I'm telling you, the whole room just brightens up. I mean, I swear I can see it through my patches. Oh, I can't wait to get out of here. I'm going to spend a lot of time with her.
Yeah, it's real good to hear you talking like that, buddy. Glad you feel so good.
Well, there ain't no other way to feel, is there? I've had some time to think, you know, being in here, and I am so lucky to be alive. I mean, Ricky, it could have been all over. But it ain't. And I mean, it's getting better. I can't even believe my luck.
I've come by to see Vicki.
Yeah? Well, come on in.
Thank you.
Hello, Hans.
Vicki? Oh, Vicki, I'll leave you with your guest.
This blouse has been through the French Revolution, Gulliver's Travels, and Shakespeare's tragedies, all in one day. And it's still got to get through the school play tonight. It's a good thing I can depend on Ban Roll-On. It's like an invisible layer of protection against wetness between me and my clothes.
Ban is so effective, it helps protect you and your clothes from wetness better than the leading sprays.
And when I feel drier, everything seems better.
Ban, for wetness protection you and your clothes can depend on.
My hands are my business, even with arthritis pain, but I can't take aspirin.
Introducing new aspirin-free arthritis pain formula.
I type for a living, even with arthritis pain, but I can't take aspirin.
Introducing aspirin-free arthritis pain formula. Aspirin-free, maximum strength.
I can't let arthritis pain slow me down, but I can't take aspirin.
Get aspirin-free arthritis pain formula, or the original formula, for hours of relief from minor arthritis pain flare-ups.
When a cold sandwich just won't do for lunch, try a delicious hot meal with meat from Chef Boyardee, like beefaroni, enriched macaroni, beef, and tomato sauce.
That looks good.
Or Chef Boyardee roller coasters, wavy macaroni with bite-sized meatballs.
This is delicious.
Economical, too.
Doesn't she have good taste, Mom?
Beefaroni and roller coasters, when a cold sandwich just won't do for lunch.
And so there I was, trapped into taking you and your entire Cub Scout pack to the museum.
I remember that vaguely.
I remember it perfectly. In fact, I'll never forget. Me and 15 little boys in tow.
But you were never a den mother, were you?
No. Your dead mother, Mrs. Abernathy, was conveniently ill that day.
Mrs. Abernathy. She was the one we always thought was going to have a nervous breakdown.
It wouldn't have surprised me. As a matter of fact, your Cub Scout pack almost did me in. That's when I learned the dangers of volunteering.
That must have been quite a sight, you leading all those little kids around.
Leading? Don't you mean running? Running to catch up. You know, that's the day that Brett pretended to be a Cub Scout.
Brett?
She put on one of Mark's old uniforms, one that he'd outgrown. She tucked all that beautiful hair of hers under one of your caps, and she went along in disguise. She was so anxious to go that she thought she could sneak in without my knowing. I never did let on, even when I came home. As a matter of fact, to this day, she doesn't know that I knew.
That's interesting. I never heard this story before.
That's not surprising. You were away on one of your business trips, as usual.
Well, that sounds like something that Brett would do.
Yes, it was typical.
Weren't you wearing some sort of chic outfit or something?
Mark, you darling, you mean you actually remember?
I remember only because the guys kept asking me if my mom was a movie star, a model or something like that.
Mr. Mark, his telephone call for you, Mr. Honeycutt.
Ah, those oil leases. Thanks, Vivian. I'll take it upstairs.
Good luck, son.
I'm going to need it.
Mr. Wheeler, is there anything else I can get you, Mrs. Wheeler?
No, Vivian.
Thank you, Vivian.
We've been blessed with very special children, haven't we?
Yes, we have. I just hope that your presence in this house does not cause them to be at odds with one another.
Rena, do you have a minute? Sure, Brett. Come on in. What's up?
Rena, my mother is staying in Houston at our house.
I know. It's tough, isn't it?
I don't understand how Dad could let such a thing happen.
He obviously felt he didn't have a choice.
Didn't have a choice. It's his house.
But he can't throw her out when all she wants, so she says, is to spend
time with Mark and me. I know.
Well, he couldn't deny her that, Brett.
Mark seems to have fallen for that argument hook, line, and sinker.
And you don't?
I don't know, Rena. Maybe I'm too much of a skeptic. Maybe she has changed. Maybe I should give her another chance.
Brett, all I can say is that she is your mother. I was with her when you and Mark were lost, and she was genuinely concerned.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. No matter what, I have no intention of watching her come between you and Dad.
You know what?
What?
Neither do I.
Guess I came by at a bad time.
No, not at all, Hunt. Sit down, please. Would you like some coffee?
No, thank you. Look, it was really presumptuous of me to come at all this morning. I have always had the knack for doing things at the worst moment.
No, Hunt. It's a simple fact that there are some very serious problems between Stryker and me.
I hope that I'm not the cause of it.
No, you're not.
I'm glad.
It's a nice surprise to see you this morning.
Well, after last night, I felt that I had to come by.
I enjoyed myself very much last night.
Well, it was a lot more for me than that, Vicki. I mean, I felt closer to you last night than I ever have before. Look, Vicki, I've known for quite some time how I feel about you. And I mean, I know that we've talked about the fact that you're married and that you've had a few problems, but... Well, I just kept telling myself to keep my distance, that we're just friends, that's all. But, last night I got quite a bit closer than...
Please.
Look, Vicki, I didn't come here to pressure you, believe me. It's just that I want you to know how I feel, how much I feel for you. And there's something else that I want you to know.
What's that?
That I'm here for you, anytime you need me.
Thank you, Aunt. I appreciate that. Do you know, I really don't know about things myself, and well, I hope you don't turn away from me now.
I would never do that, Vicky. You know I'd never turn away from you.
Thank you.
Vicky, we have something very special. And, well, I think it could be a lot more special in the future.
Hunt.
Look, that's all right. That's all I'll say for now. I don't want to cause you any more problems. I hope that I'll see you again real soon. I'll let myself out.
You're using the wrong machine to soften your clothes.
Smith, I am putting the liquid in the washer like you're supposed to.
You should use Bounce in the dryer.
My clothes are soft.
Try Bounce.
Soft? Well, my things don't cling. Usually.
Bounce gets out cling better because it works in the dryer where static starts.
Well, this smells nice.
Not like this.
It's fresh.
And they smell fresh longer because Bounce's fresheners don't get rinsed away. No liquid or sheet has that terrific scent. Sarge, you've been using the wrong machine long enough.
And the wrong softener. Smith! You softening me up.
With Bounce.
Bounce, the right softener for the right machine.
Whoa! Anyone for leftovers?
We've still got 6 feet of meatball sandwich.
Oh, boy.
Here's another leftover.
Oh, another mug.
Oh, just when you're finishing with that greasy pan.
It's okay.
Isn't that water too greasy now?
Nope. I'm using Dawn dishwashing liquid. Dawn will handle that grease.
This I've got to see. Water doesn't feel greasy. And neither do my hands. And this mug looks as good as the first one you washed.
Here's why. Half a cup of grease added to dishwater. Dawn breaks up grease, surrounds it, takes grease out of your way, helps keep it from settling back on your dishes.
Dawn is great on leftovers.
You're pretty good yourself.
Dawn takes grease out of your way.
I don't understand. How can my being here put Mark and Brett at odds?
Well, you yourself said 1 moment ago that you had the distinct impression that Brett was avoiding you.
Do you think that she is?
I can't be certain of that, Judith, but I am sure of one thing. They had an argument about you this morning.
And I don't have to guess who was arguing on which side.
No, but that's the point, Judith. There shouldn't be any side.
I agree. I agree completely, but there are sides. You've seen to that.
Judith.
You know, Mark is open-minded, but Brett seems to have made up her mind, or she's had it made up for her.
Come on, Judith. You know Brett. Nobody's going to make up her mind.
Do you know why she feels this way?
Sure. She's fond of Rena. And she wants me to be happy. She wants that relationship to work.
I see. Brett is fond of Rena, but she's not as fond of her as you are.
I've never hidden that, certainly not from you.
Now you've got us off the subject. You've got us talking about Rena. We're supposed to be talking about Brett.
Yes, we should.
Grant, that's the very reason I'm here. I want the chance to get close to my daughter again.
That's up to you, Judith.
Well, it isn't easy. You know, she idolizes you. She worships the ground you walk on. Now, that makes me the heavy around here, the villain.
Well, if that's what you are, then it's certainly not my doing. Judith, I'm not standing in your way. I never have. I hope that you and Brett will be close again.
We will. You'll see. Now that I'm here, close by, things will be different.
Fine, if that's where you want it.
Who knows? Maybe even you and I could get to be friends again. Oh, come on, Brant. Stranger things have happened.
I'm late for work.
Who knows, Grant Wheeler? Who knows?
Hey, Daddy. What's wrong? Oh, come on, Daddy. I know when something is wrong. Now, what is it? Did you have a fight with Mama?
For
About that nightclub owner, Huntley, came to the house this morning. Got some nerve.
He was a good friend to Mama when she needed one.
Is that supposed to mean something?
No.
What are you telling me?
About what?
About whether your mother and this piano player are more than just friends.
Daddy, I think that's something you should be discussing with Mama. If I were you, I wouldn't be too anxious to get into an argument with her about it. You can hardly accuse her of doing anything underhanded, considering what you're hiding.
I just don't understand her.
It's easy to understand, Daddy. Mama's a very vital, attractive woman.
Don't you think I know that?
Do you? Mama isn't going to sit around waiting for you, Daddy. What do you think she thinks of Mexico and this other woman?
I wish I could make you understand that.
I wish I could too, Daddy. But until you tell her what's going on and why it's going on, I don't think you can expect her to be very sympathetic. Or me, for that matter.
After I tell you what?
I don't know, Daddy. It may be just as hard as it is now. It's certainly not going to be easy.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm not going to stand around and let that Hunt fella go after Vicky.
Well, how do you plan to stop it, Daddy?
Talk to her, lay down the law.
Oh, Daddy, that's not the way.
Rena, this Mexican business involves more than just me. It involves other people. You and your mother will understand that. Soon.
Daddy? Daddy?
Aha! See, that's where the mistake was. It was just some figures in the wrong column. Elena, you're a lifesaver. Do you know that? No, I'm not. I'm just a whiz at math. Yeah, well, that too. I always get the numbers all mixed up and put them in the wrong places. Just give it a little time and you'll get the hang of it. I don't know. I'd really like it if you'd help me on a regular basis with the books. You know, kind of watch over my shoulder. Of course I would, Eileen. Thanks. It's the least I can do after everything you've done for me. You can count on me to help you any way I can. Oh, thanks, Elena. You know, I want the coop to keep on running good. And I may not be able to spend as much time there as I have. Why? Are you going someplace? Oh, no, it's not that. I can't go into it right now. Lurleen, you look a little down. Is something bothering you? No, I just had trouble sleeping last night. You sure it's not something else? No, it's nothing. You sure that Ruby's not giving you any trouble now that she's been back in town? No, it has nothing to do with Ruby. Well, okay, if you're sure. I am. Well, that about does it for these books. All the figures are matching up. Oh, that's really a relief. You're a big help, Elena. Oh, that's what I'm here for. Oh, I gotta run. I have a rehearsal at the Coop. Oh, well, I've gotta go, too. I'm going over to see Joel at the hospital. Hey, how's he doing? Okay. He's even walking around a little with help. You know, you're not going to be able to keep Joel down. He's going to want to be out leading tours before he can do anything. Yeah, that's what he's been talking about. You give him my best, okay? I'll do that. Okay. I'll see you later. Okay, bye-bye, Lena. Hello?
Well, a great big old howdy to you there, Lurleen.
Hi, Joel. I was just coming over to see you.
Well, I'm glad I caught you before you left then.
I've been dialing this phone for about 5 minutes, and I keep getting the wrong number, and then the nurse came in here and finally dialed it right for me.
Is something wrong?
Yeah, you're not here.
Well, I will be, just as soon as I get there.
Listen, would you do me a favor?
Well, anything, Joel.
Would you bring me a care package?
A care package?
Yeah, like some barbecued ribs or Texas chili, maybe. They're starving me on this hospital food over here.
Do you think that'll be okay with the doctor?
No, but sneak it in anyhow.
Joel, I don't think I should do that.
I know you can't, but I can dream, can't I?
You never stop.
Well, listen, I'll see you in a little while. No, I'll talk to you in a little while. I guess I won't see you until they rip these bandages off my face here. Bye, kiddo.
Bye-bye. Oh. Lurleen, stop it. You're not gonna feel sorry for Joe. It's not what he wants or needs. You gotta be strong. Strong.
Ma'am, what's that cereal you're enjoying?
Well, it has delicious apple slices and cinnamon, and they call it fruit and, I forget.
New Post Fruit and Fiber cereal. It tastes so good, you forget the fiber.
The name? With all these apples, it's got to be apple something. Or fruit something.
New Fruit and Fiber tastes so good, you forget the fiber.
Sure, it's fruit and...
New Fruit and Fiber, also with dates, raisins, and walnuts. It tastes so good, you forget the fiber.
Bill Cosby, a tucker in.
Yeah, we heard about your great dessert.
You mean pudding in a cloud?
Pudding in a cloud.
Made with Cool Whip and Jell-O instant pudding. You get 2 delicious tastes in every spoon.
Was it hard to make?
No. Swirl in fresh tasting Cool Whip, spoon in luscious Jell-O instant pudding.
2 delicious tastes in every spoonful.
Wow.
Pudding in a cloud.
Pudding in a cloud from Cool Whip non-dairy whipped topping.
And Jell-O brand instant pudding.
I bet you feel good after a workout.
And hungry.
You're sure enjoying that Skippy peanut butter sandwich.
Mom says it's very nutritious.
Egg salad's nutritious, so is bologna. But ounce for ounce, Skippy has more protein than egg salad, bologna, many sandwich foods, and no cholesterol.
Hey, Annette, want to try the trampoline?
I think I'd rather have a bite of your Skippy sandwich.
Okay.
When it comes to good nutrition, it's hard to beat Skippy Creamy
And Super Chunk.
Stay tuned for the next part of Texas.
Uppers, downers, lewd, speed. Is the American dream going up in smoke? Do things really go better with cocaine? An NBC white paper examines our high society Tuesday.
Hey, Marie's blue cheese. Who's coming to dinner?
Oh, just someone who deserves more than ordinary salad dressing.
Oh, I hope they come often.
I think they will.
That taste. All those chunks of blue cheese. And when do these mysterious guests arrive?
They're already here.
Oh. Huh? Marie's? Just for us?
From now on. After all, who's more special?
Marie's Blue Cheese. For the special people in your life.
This is Jack. Jack is a computer. He works for a supermarket chain, and he has a very important job. Every week, he checks thousands of prices from other supermarkets and compares them with prices at his supermarket to make sure his customers save money. His supermarket is Farmer Jack. If other stores' prices aren't as low as Farmer Jack, remember, they're only human. One supermarket is better than the rest. Farmer Jack.
I really move around when I play the fiddle. And my hair moves right along with me. That's why I use White Rain hairspray, because it holds my hair beautifully. Tried more expensive sprays, but why change? Nothing works better for this country girl than White Rain. And White Rain costs 25% less than the leading hairspray. White Rain, beautiful hold at a beautiful price.
Find out how to be the total woman tomorrow morning at 9.
And now, the next part of Texas.
Well, hello, Ruby. Hi, Mrs. Bellman. I called the studio, and they told me you weren't in yet, so I took a chance on maybe finding you out here.
Well, you did.
Yeah, I sure did, didn't I?
What can I do for you?
Mrs. Bellman, I have this great idea I really want to discuss with you.
Well, time is very short right
It
now.
will only take a minute. I promise I'll get out as fast as I can, please.
All right, but please make it quick.
I will. Thanks.
No, is it about Ricky and his show?
No.
Or is it about Billy Joe and his show?
No, it doesn't have anything to do with Billy Joe either.
Well, if it's not about Ricky and Billy Joe, then what is it about?
Well, I'm here representing myself.
Representing herself.
Yes, ma'am.
I see. What are you up to, Ruby?
Well, Mrs. Bellman, no doubt you've heard about the terrible ordeal that I've been through the past few weeks.
Well, if you're referring to the ordeal that Ricky and Brett and Mark have been through, yes, I have.
Well, they were definitely a part of it, and I certainly wouldn't leave them out of my story.
Your story?
Yes, that's my big plan.
Your big plan?
Uh-huh.
I see. Do you mind spelling this out, Ruby?
Well, Mrs. Bellman, I've been thinking that I should go on KVIK and tell my whole incredible story of my terrible saga from beginning to end, complete with all the gory parts.
The gory parts?
Yeah, there were a lot of those, and I think that's real good. It really keeps people's attention.
And you want to do this on KVIK?
Well, yeah, to be a natural. You know, on one of those news interview shows. Or maybe even on the Billy Joe show. Oh, Mrs. Bellman, it's the greatest story. I know you're really going to like it. It's got a lot of excitement. It's a cliffhanger story. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I do.
And Mrs. Bellman, I remember every single detail. Every bit of it is factual. Not one word that isn't the truth, which is really good. If you want, I'll sit here and I'll give you a little sample of how it's going to sound. You know, sort of the taste of the flavor of it.
Not really, Ruby. Not right there.
I think it'll be a real ratings grabber for KVIK.
Oh, you do you?
Uh-huh.
Tell me, Ruby, why not have Ricky tell this saga? After all, he is an employee of KVIK, and you are his manager.
Well, I don't think Ricky telling it would have the impact of me telling it.
The impact?
Ricky is strong and everything, and I'm vulnerable.
You're vulnerable.
Don't you agree?
Hardly. Ruby, I really think
Mrs. Bellman, I'm not going to press you for a decision right now. I want you to just take some time and think it over, okay? Ruby, I'm going to write up a real great proposal for you. You're just going to love it. I know you're going to come round. And I don't want to take up any more of your time now, so I'm just going to let you think it over, and I'll call you in a few days, okay, Mrs. Bellman? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Bye.
You'll find everything on my bed, Vivian. I'd like the dresses sent to the cleaners and the lingerie washed by hand.
The lingerie washed by hand.
That's correct. You do know how to hand wash fine garments, don't you?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Mrs. Wheeler, the other Mrs. Wheeler, wouldn't trust her laundry with anyone else but me.
Well, mine is hardly laundry, Vivian. My lingerie is expensive and very delicate.
I will be very careful.
See that you are.
Will that be all, Mrs. Wheeler?
Yes, Vivian, that will be all.
Thank you.
Hey, Vivian.
Hey, Mark.
How you doing?
Okay. Mark,
Yeah, Mom.
I'd like to speak with you
Sure, what about?
about you and Brett.
Okay, sure. Shoot.
Your father seems to think that I might be causing some friction between the two of you.
Friction? No, Mom, it's nothing like that.
What is it then?
Nothing. Brett and I had a little disagreement this morning. That's all. Nothing major, no problem.
What was that little disagreement about?
Nothing.
It was about me, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Mom, it was nothing. Now, quit worrying about it, okay?
I do worry. The last thing I came to Houston to do was to cause problems for you and your sister.
And you're not. I told you.
You know, you were always closer to me, and Brett idolized your father. And I haven't been close to either of you in the last few years. You know, that's why I became so frightened when you disappeared, and why I became desperate when I thought something might have happened to you.
Mom.
You know, I realized that we'd grown apart, and I knew I had to do something to stop that. Don't you understand? That's why I have to be here close to you now.
I understand. And I'm sure Brett will understand, too.
Do you really think she will?
I know she will. Just give her time, okay?
Oh, Mark, thank you.
Hey, what are you thanking me about, huh?
Oh, for being so sweet and for being my beautiful son. It's so good to be here with you all again.
It's great having you home, too. Look, I really gotta get to work, okay?
Oh, go get him, Tiger.
You know, you used to say that to me every morning before I went to school.
I guess you're too big for me to say it now, huh?
Nope. Say it to me anytime you want.
Go get him, Tiger. Did you want me to wash all this lingerie by hand? All of it, Vivian.
Oh, hi. You're in late this morning.
Yeah, I got hung up in a conversation with Judith this morning.
Ah. Brett came by earlier, had a nice little chat.
Oh?
She seems to think that Judith is in town to break us up.
Hi, Daddy.
Can Patty play?
Hey, how about some breakfast first?
Hey, this isn't Raisin Bran. It's crispy wheats and raisins with lots of big plump raisins.
They're so big, you can see the difference.
Crispy wheats and raisins, big golden crisp wheat flakes, a touch of honey, and raisins so big you can see the difference. Part of this nutritious family breakfast.
Hey, this isn't Raisin Bran.
Hey, this is crispy wheats and raisins.
Here's your chance to put spray and wash on the spot. Try spray and wash on a stained shirt or blouse. If it doesn't remove the stain, they'll buy the shirt for $15, guaranteed. Nothing gets out every stain, but if you use spray and wash as directed and it doesn't remove the stain to your satisfaction, send Texize the shirt with this label or this cap and they'll send you $15. One shirt per family. Offer expires June 30th. Spray and wash gets out what America gets into. Or you get $15.
Ragu introduces fresh, delicious homemade pizza that's simple as pie to make with new Ragu Pizza Quick Crust Mix and new Pizza Quick Sauce Chunky Style. For crust so fresh you know it's not frozen, and sauce thick with chunks of tomatoes, peppers, mushrooms. New Ragu Pizza Quick Crust Mix and new Pizza Quick Sauce Chunky Style for homemade pizza simple as pie.
On Days of Our Lives, Tony and Renee try to keep one step ahead of the Salem Strangler while their desire for each other grows stronger. This week on NBC.
New on NBC Daytime, make room for Arnold and the Gang and Different Strokes.
I'm hooked.
Get hooked on Different Strokes, weekday mornings on NBC.
Brett, I'm glad you're back. Mother, I want to talk to you.
What about?
Come and sit down.
What's up?
I think you know.
No, I don't have any idea.
All right. I want to talk about you and me.
What about us?
You're not going to make it easy for me, are you?
Mother, what do you want me to say?
Well, it might have been nice if you'd said something in the beginning like, Mother, how wonderful to see you, or Mother, I've missed you, something in that vein.
You're right.
About what?
I'm not going to make this easy for you.
Brett, we don't have to be enemies.
We're not.
What are we then?
That I haven't figured out yet.
I know we didn't part on the best of terms.
You could say that.
Don't you think it's possible, just possible, that I've changed?
Have you?
Yes, we all have. You've certainly changed. You've turned into a beautiful, self-assured young woman, and I'm very proud to have you for my daughter. Brett, can't you give me a chance?
A chance to do what?
To be your mother again, to be close to you again.
And what about Dad?
What about your dad?
Do you want a chance to be close to him, too?
You're very much against that, aren't you?
Mom, Rena Decker has been wonderful for Dad. I have never seen him happier.
Well, if you meant to hurt me by saying that, you've succeeded.
I'm sorry, I'm just stating a fact.
All right. Are you going to let me close to you again?
But these things don't happen overnight.
I know that.
We'll see. We'll just have to see.
She's barking up the wrong tree, you know that.
It's just a little difficult to deal with all of it.
All of what?
You and Judith living in the same house together.
But it's not as if we're just alone. She's got her room, I've got mine. Mark and Brett are there.
They're not always there.
Oh, darling. Don't blow this out of proportion.
Is that what I'm doing?
And you know the reason why I had to allow her to stay?
But under the same roof.
But it's not going to be forever. As a matter of fact, it's not even going to be for a very long time.
How long is it going to be?
I can't answer that question, man. I don't know.
Have you discussed the divorce?
No, that hasn't come up.
Hasn't Grant, when is it going to come up?
Rena, we have to be patient. It's too close to Mark and Fred's safe return.
Grant, I know how it is. I know how two people who've been married for a long time, who once been in love, I know how easily they
Rena,
can just...
It's not going to be like that. We're going to be together.
Oh, I hope so.
Vicky!
Stryker, I'm sorry. I'm on my way out.
I've got to talk to you
What about?
about this hunt fellow.
There's nothing to talk about.
I don't like him coming around here.
Oh, really?
I don't like the idea of you and him together.
You've got a nerve. What about that woman of yours down in Mexico?
We're not talking about me. We're talking about you. What's got into you, Vicky?
Stryker, I will see whomever I please. Do you understand that?
You are still my wife.
Am I? Am I really? And are you still my husband?
What do you see in that piano player? I know what he sees in you. Money.
How dare you even suggest that? And how dare you stand here and criticize my lifestyle? You're the one with the guilty conscience.
Chocolate sauce, soaked in. Motor oil, seeped in. Collis oil, ground in. Unless you clean the dirts that go all the way through, your whole wash isn't clean. That's why we invented Era. Era has the power of cleaners for deep down dirt, for soaked in grease, for seeped in oil, for ground in collis oil. Penetrating cleaners concentrated to put more cleaning power on the stain. Watch Era clean all the way through these 3 layers of tough stains. Put a teaspoon of Era only on the top. Its power penetrates. Rub, run under warm water, and look. Era cleaned all the way through. And when you get the tough stains clean, your whole wash is clean. Era cleans all the way through.
Let's face it, if all we had to clean was one little spot of greasy dirt, any cleaner full strength would do. But greasy dirt gets everywhere. So I clean by the bucket with Top Job. It's a fact. No leading liquid in a bucket tops Top Job on the toughest greasy dirt. Take pine oils. They're fine full strength. But pour them in water like I do. And see, Top Job cleans the toughest greasy dirt better than pines. Like they say, oil and water just don't mix. Yet tough as Top Job is, it's safe on my no-wax floor. So when you clean the toughest greasy dirt by the bucket, switch from pines to Top Job. Its cleaning power holds up better underwater.
Well, there's my hard-working little sister now, doing some honest work for a change.
Oh, some honest work.
Yeah, honest work. Aren't you glad I'm here so I can tease you?
Well, I don't really know, you know. I mean, I kind of missed your razzing just a little bit. But, well, are you all settled in?
Yeah, I'm getting there. Working at the top of the World Club in KVIK. I'm starting to get my old form back, too.
Well, whatever happened to your political career?
My political career, well, that's been sort of put on hold.
How come?
I talked to Hawker and Boots last night.
And what'd they say?
Well, they said that they're having some problems with their backer and that we're trying to find another one.
Oh, it figures. Politics.
Yeah, nice business, huh?
Well, what does Miss Brett Wheeler seem to think about this whole thing?
Well, I seem to have Miss Brett Wheeler's support on anything I want to do. That's because she's such an exceptional lady.
Oh, well, she seems to think you're a pretty special guy.
Well, can you blame her?
Oh, excuse me. You know, I think you're pretty lucky that I'm around.
Why do you say that?
Well, because I keep your little ego from running away with your head.
Oh, I knew you were good for something.
Well, thank you very much.
No, really. How you doing there, sis?
I'm doing okay. Well, the coop's been keeping me pretty busy.
Are you the only one here?
Uh-huh. I don't really know where Ruby is, and to tell you the truth, I could care less. And Lurleen is over visiting with Joel.
Yeah, she's been spending an awful lot of time with him.
I think Lurleen may just have a little crush on Joel.
Yeah. Joel's a great guy, huh? Risking his life and almost losing it to save mine and Brett's. Boy, what he did for us out there. I sure am glad he's going to be all right.
Hospital food. Well, it really wasn't too bad, though. I imagined it was Texas chili.
You've got some imagination, Joe.
Well, I have to survive that food.
You're going to be out of here soon.
I know, and I cannot wait.
Bet you can.
Oh. Hey, guess what?
What?
Come on, guess.
I can.
Well, I guess I'll just have to tell you.
What?
The bandages come off today.
I know that.
Oh.
I guess you're really going to be glad to have them off.
Oh, you bet.
Only what?
What if, when they come off, I'm not able to...
Joel, don't think like that. Think positive.
Oh, I can't wait to see. And I can't wait to see you.
Joel, I'm nothing special.
Oh, now, Lurleen, don't put yourself down like that.
I'm just being realistic is all.
Oh, I can see you in my mind's eye.
Is Dr. Holland going to be here soon?
Well, now, when he gets here, he gets here.
You want me to stay when the bandages come off?
Oh, yes, I do.
And I'll be here.
Stay tuned. Texas will be right back.
I don't believe it. My daughter bought bargain bleach. I trusted you to get Clorox bleach.
Mom, a bargain's a bargain.
But I got a real bargain with my Clorox. I trust Clorox to work its best every time. Nothing beats it for getting clothes their cleanest.
Clorox is that good?
This unique smooth pouring spout makes Clorox the best. It splashes less than other bleaches. Now, want me to wash your favorite blouse in that other bleach?
Clorox bleach, a real bargain.
Clorox is super. You can trust me from now on.
Coronet two-ply paper towels are surprising. They're soft, but they're very strong, even when they're wet. And if you think that's a surprise, they give you more towels on every roll than other national brands. 125 of them. So you get a lot, not pay a lot. Fact is, the more you use Coronet, the more you save. How much will you save? That's hard to say. How strong are they? That's easy to see.
Extra value is what you get when you buy Coronet.
When my zipper doesn't zip, that's when I decide to skip.
Skipping meals to lose weight?
Yeah,
That's not smart. You shouldn't skip nutrition.
but I gotta lose weight.
Then skip with figurines. 2 figurines bars provide the nutrition of a sensible meal without the meal. So in your diet plan, figurines helps you lose weight.
I'll be zipping because I'm skipping with figurines.
When you skip that fattening meal, don't skip nutrition. Skip with figurines.
Now, Lurleen, the doctor gets here.
I'm here, Joel.
Hi, Dr. Holland.
Hi, Lurleen. Hey, Doc. This is it, isn't it? I mean, you're going to take the bandages off, right?
I am.
All right. Well, let's get to it. Hey, Lurleen, I want you standing right there so that you're the first thing I see.
Okay, now, just relax.
Okay.
And, we'll get right to it.
All right.
You might see Loretta Lynn singing here at the fair, or you may find me out hunting up some good Crisco cooking. You know, I thought I knew just about everything you could make with Crisco
Until these ladies showed me their Crisco cooking. It was amazing. I just couldn't believe how many different things you could make with all vegetable Crisco.
Oh, boy. They're pecan honeymoon squares.
They're real chewy.
And say that again.
They're real chewy.
Chicken pot pie. Now that's a flaky crust. Oh, it smells great.
And golden brown apricot fritters.
Hey, I sure would like to share some of these recipes with other folks. Wish you would.
Thanks, Lou.
You want to try some great down-home Crisco cooking? Okay. Send your name and address to Loretta Lynn Crisco Recipes. That's Box 1444, Nashville, Tennessee. And I'll mail you these recipes. You'll be amazed at all the great tasting new things that you and Crisco can make.
Introducing a great new taste in toothpaste, Advanced Formula Crest in a gel.
I love the flavor.
I love the fight. It's a gel, it's tough on cavities as Crest, because it is Crest.
Advanced Formula Crest. Our best Crest checkups may be ahead of us.
Now Advanced Formula Crest has 3 flavors, regular, mint, and new gel, all with Fluorostat, Crest's proven cavity-fighting system.
Kids love the flavor.
Parents love the fight.
New Crest flavor, same Crest fight.
This part of Texas was brought to you by Crest. Count on Crest for a future of good checkups. Tests prove you can.
Maverick's greatest con is collapsing. If he doesn't get it back on the track, he'll never get out of Sweetwater alive. James Garner stars as Brett Maverick. And on Flamingo Road, Rudy May is out for revenge against Michael Tyrone. Then, if things really go better with cocaine, is the great American dream going up in smoke? Don't miss NBC White Paper, Pleasure Drugs, The Great American High, tomorrow.
Starting Monday, be sure to look for Texas at its new time. Check your local listings.
Monday on Little House.
You've got competition.
Charles opens a restaurant. Then Jack Nicholson, John Belushi, and Danny DeVito star in Going South.
Tuesday.
I'm filing for divorce.
On Flamingo Road, as Michael uses Constance, Field resigns from the Senate, and Ludi May seeks her revenge.
I set for myself. And the more I heard, the more